Rangers may have picked up a much-needed win at the weekend, but Danny Rohl's post-match comments quickly turned attention towards January and his plans for a new striker. The German boss has spoken candidly about his transfer ambitions following the victory, offering an intriguing glimpse into how he intends to strengthen his squad in the coming window. With Rangers' attacking options under scrutiny in recent weeks, Rohl's remarks have given fans plenty to think about as the club looks to build on their latest result. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Rangers legend Alli McCoy has given his early verdict on head coach Danny Rohl, following the German's start to life at the football club. On Sunday, Rohl's side defeated Dundee 3-0 at Dens Park, cutting the gap between themselves and league leaders, Hearts, to 12 points. Unbeaten in the Scottish Premiership since his appointment last month, Rohl has impressed ex-player and manager McCoy, though the popular pundit has called for realism regarding on-field success. "I tell you what though, he has done well," he said. "He has just completely turned things around, but as you know, there has to be a large slice of realism more than anything. But he has come in and speaks very well, conducts himself in a good manner, and that was the first thing that was required, to be honest with you. It looks like they have steadied the ship ever so slightly." McCoy then gave his opinion over Hearts, who dropped points against Dundee United at Tynecastle on the same day. "I would be slightly concerned because those are the games you need to be winning," he said, regarding Hearts fans potentially feeling the heat over a title race. "I certainly cut them a bit of slack for the draw at St Mirren, and then you were looking for them to bounce back, which they did. They then have another home game against Dundee United, and you are thinking, those are the games if you were going to mount a serious challenge." Celtic had a comfortable win yesterday. "I wouldn't say I am worried, they have had a great start. It has been a wonderful start, but you would be slightly disappointed at that result," and Derek McInnes said they probably didn't do well enough to win that game. Now, in a huge transfer reveal, Danny Rohl refused to be drawn on whether Rangers need to sign another centre-forward and insists he can get more out of their current strikers. Summer signings Yusef Chiti, bought for an initial £8 million, and Bojan Miovski are not having the impact they would have liked early in their Ibrox careers and have come under fire from supporters. Chiti has found the net just once and Miovski twice, as they appear to struggle under the weight of expectation being placed on them. Alternative option Danilo has now been at the club for over 2 years and been unable to string together consistent form in that time. The new head coach has overseen an improvement in performances, but is likely to want to put his own stamp on the squad in January. Asked if that would involve looking at a striker, he said, "I see good moments. I see things that we need to improve. At the moment I have 3 players. I try to give them opportunities, to give them minutes and also belief. I'm always talking with them and telling them what they need to improve. If we're growing as a group, then we're also growing individually." Rohl was also asked how close he is to his best 11 and added, "A really good question. You look closer and you see more and more which players have potential and which players have to improve. Yesterday evening I started to put all my notes together about the strengths and potential of the players and what we have to improve. With just 11 players we will not win. There are a lot of games, we need to use the full squad. That is the reason why I try to improve everyone. At the moment we can speak about Mikey Moore, for example. He makes a huge step. He scored today. Also, other players scoring means it is going in the right direction." In other news, Yusef Chiti's short stint at Rangers looks set to come to an abrupt end, barely 3 months after his much-hyped arrival in Glasgow. The Portuguese forward, who joined from Everton on the 1st of September for a staggering £10 million, has failed to justify either his price tag or the faith placed in him by sporting director Kevin Thelwell. Once seen as a bold investment in youth and potential, the 21-year-old now appears to be heading for an early exit, with Alli McCoy revealing on TalkSport that a loan move to Braga is being lined up for January. The signing itself was one that divided opinion from the outset. Chiti had arrived at Goodison Park as a highly rated prospect from Sporting Lisbon, but struggled to make any sort of impact in the Premier League. Even so, Thelwell pushed hard for Rangers to take a gamble on him, believing that regular football in Scotland could help unlock his potential. That optimism has since evaporated. Having started all of Rangers' Europa League group games, Chiti has looked completely bereft of confidence, composure, and cutting edge. His performances in domestic fixtures have been equally concerning, particularly against Celtic and Roma, where his lack of physical presence and positional awareness were glaring. For a player carrying a £10 million valuation, the output has been alarmingly poor. His only goal in 12 appearances came in a 3-1 win over Kilmarnock, and even that was more a case of being in the right place at the right time than a display of genuine striker's instinct. Alli McCoy's recent comments have only fueled speculation about Chiti's future. Speaking on TalkSport, Brazil said, "Someone texted me saying Chiti will go on loan to Braga. I think he's on his way out. They've decided he's not good enough. See you later." If accurate, the move would mark a swift and humbling fall from grace for a player who arrived in Scotland, billed as one of Europe's most promising young attackers. While it's true that Chiti cannot be blamed for the transfer fee Rangers agreed to pay, he has done little to warrant further patience from manager Danny Rohl. Every chance afforded to him so far has only highlighted how far off the pace he is. Compounding his struggles is the resurgence of Danilo, whose recent form has only widened the gap between Rangers' first-choice forwards and the Portuguese youngster. With Rohl's system reliant on intensity, work rate, and clinical finishing, Chiti has fallen drastically short on all fronts. His return of 1 goal in 12 matches is simply unacceptable for the second most expensive signing in Rangers history. The ramifications of this failed experiment extend beyond just the player. Kevin Thelwell, who authorised the £10 million outlay, now finds himself under mounting scrutiny. His decision to invest such a significant sum in a striker who had not scored a senior goal in over 2 years is now being viewed as one of the most baffling transfer calls in recent Rangers history. For many supporters, it symbolises a wider recruitment problem, one that has already seen far too many big money signings fail to deliver. While recent arrivals such as JD Gassama and Derek Cornelius have shown glimpses of promise, Chiti's collapse stands as a glaring reminder of the risks of reckless spending. Rangers' transfer model is designed to unearth value and sell at a profit, but Thelwell's decision on Chiti has done the opposite, draining funds and damaging credibility. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.